Okay, this is an example of student feedback. The idea is to take a quote and put it into a paragraph. Let's start going through it. Over the years, the press has received allegations regarding the role of the press and the process involved in producing content for the general public. Okay. Has been accused, I think, rather than receiving allegations. The police receive allegations usually, sometimes the press. So over the years is a bit vague. The press has often been accused regarding the role of the press and the process involved in producing content for the general public seems redundant. Accused of what? We don't know. Press has often been accused of something. Regarding its role is too vague. We don't really know what this means. Okay. The most dominant of all. The main accusation. Right, the most dominant of all is the main allegation. The main allegation is the press invades and violates people's privacy. Has often been accused of. Put that back up there. Accused of invading and violating people's privacy. Okay, that says the same thing. It has also come to some attention that the press do not act within the public interest due to their thorough willingness to expose the private lives of individuals to the general public. Okay. Well, you see, the thing is that our reader has got a good general interest, but not a great deal of specific interest. A lot of general knowledge, but not a lot of specific knowledge about the subject. So that I think what we can do here is assume that they know that it's about, the press is about sending things to the general public. And we can ignore that bit. So the press has often been accused of invading and violating people's privacy, and through this acting outside the, we'll leave the quotes as the public interest. So that essentially, I think, says the same thing. Alright. So we've got, one of the big problems with this is that we've got words that are too general. And then we've got things that are not quite clear. Has received allegations of something. It come to some attention that the press do not come to some attention. Now, whose attention? Who's arguing that? We don't know. Their thorough willingness. What's the difference between that and a partial willingness? It's not clear. So let's try our rewrite. The press has often been accused of invading, violating privacy, and so acting outside the public interest. That says the same thing. The issue of privacy became a growing concern following the phone hacking scandal, where it had been revealed that the News of the World had hired a detective to spy on people, including high-profile crime victims. Okay. So that's a bit better. It's more specific. It had been revealed. By whom? Again, it's not quite clear. So forget the issue of privacy. Let's copy that. re-edit that. Privacy. Was a growing concern. Right, it's been a growing concern for a long time, so let's try and change that. Became a particular issue, or was highlighted. Following the news of the world phone hacking scandal, where, would not repeat news of the world, the newspaper hired, not detectives, private investigators they called them, private investigators, to spy on people. Now the problem is with spies, it's fine really, as a journalistic term it's fine, as an academic term it's not, because we have to take a step back and be a little bit more objective to discover secrets, to uncover the private lives of people, spy on people, including, now let's do of celebrities and high profile crime victims. Put that at the end of our sentence. So the press has often been accused of invading and violating people's privacy, so acting outside the public interest. Privacy was highlighted following, we can just put this. This was highlighted following the news of the world phone hacking scandal, where the newspaper hired private investigators to uncover the private lives of celebrities and high profile crime victims. It's a bit better. Extra space. Okay, so whilst this was being investigation, many well-known public faces had been called forward to question, one being actor Hugh Grant. Okay, so this wasn't the this wasn't really the investigation, this is the inquiry. Okay, so we have the Leveson Inquiry, full capitalisation because that's the proper title, which was created following the phone hacking scandal. Right, we don't put whilst, it's archaic. We put while this was being investigated. No, it was after it was being investigated that we called forward to question. So this is the Leveson Inquiry is called Hugh Grant. Let's introduce him, the actor Hugh Grant, to testify he argued that tabloid newspapers publish almost no journalism now. It's mainly the appropriation, usually through legal means, of British citizens' fundamental rights of privacy to sell them for profit. Okay. Now you see, the thing is, this is fine as far as it goes. The idea of this, let's just finish this off. So the reference is good, Hume 2012, the end reference is fine. Apart from Hume 2012, there is no such thing as a free press, and why we need one more than ever. Now I know the and we should probably italicize this really. As long as it's consistent, it doesn't matter. We don't put UK, we don't put that. It says Exeter here. I prefer this as a reference for this book, London, and I think it's Civitas, because they're the publisher. That's just an imprint really. I think you can have either, to be honest, but that's fine. And that in-text reference is good. So think about our topic. Make our own point, use a quote to illustrate it, then explain the quote. So this is quite a general point. This is a general point about Leveson. What we really need to do is make an argument that uses this, right? So if we want to put it as the Leveson Inquiry brought out opinions that questioned the entire purpose of contemporary journalism. Okay, so the Leveson Inquiry brought out opinions that questioned the entire purpose, role and character of contemporary journalism. One such typical view was by actor Hugh Grant, who argued that that tabloid newspapers publish almost no journalism now. So what I think we've got to do there is then explain this point in terms of what it means for our argument. So the Leveson Inquiry brought out opinions that question the entire purpose, role and character of contemporary journalism. One such typical view goes back to Grant, who argued that in this view of a degraded journalism sees little point in an free press, something like that. So the idea is here that you are trying to use a quote to explain a point. The point about the Leveson Inquiry is that it brought out views which questioned the whole idea of a free press, that whole argument. And so that's why the quote is being used, because it illustrates that. As you had it, this point of your paragraph was very general, and so the quote didn't really relate to that. So that's why you just need to use that quote to focus. Okay, thank you.